We're now going to go into our donkey kicks or hip extension and fire hydrants. So we want to come onto all fours and your hands should be underneath your shoulders, ankles and feet are flat to the floor. And we want the weight slightly back in your hips. So we're going to choose one side to work first. So I'm going to go for my right. So you're going to flex that knee so it's like your heel comes towards your bottom. And you're also going to flex the foot. So it really is going to be your heel leading. Now, we want to find your neutral spine and we're going to keep pressing into the floor to keep your upper body up rather than just sagging down. So keep that stance, stand into your left leg, and as you exhale, you're going to send your right heel towards the floor, towards the ceiling, sorry. And then you're going to come back down again, tap that floor, and go back up. So we're always going to move up on your exhale, and we're never going to take the weight back through that right leg. So you should feel, if you stop yourself going into an arch in your back, that your glute very much works at the top here. Now, if you don't feel that, it's probably because you're going into an arch in your back like that. Okay, so you want to really isolate into that hip extension because that's how you can really target those glute muscles. Now, keep looking just a little bit at your thigh that's staying still, and you're going to make sure that it's vertical the whole time. Once you know it's vertical, you're going to recenter your gaze again. And on this next one, we're going to hold it up. So there's your hold, and you're going to just hold it there for just a second. And then we're going to come back down and go out to the side of the room. So again, we're looking to keep the weight around your legs a little bit more, and you will feel quite a lot on your right arm, but that's because your right leg's moving. But if you look down at your left leg again, is it staying relatively still or are you tipping over to one side? Now really try and lead with that knee. So again, your pelvis is staying still and it's not tipping over the other leg. If you're not sure, you can always go forward onto a mirror, you can have your static side against a wall, anything that gives you feedback to make sure you're staying really nice and square. Last one, and change. So we're going to let that right leg come underneath us. Again, it should be in line with the middle of your sitting bones. Foot rests flat on the floor. Check in with your hands, make sure the waist is a little bit back, and really stand into your arms. Flex, so bend the knee and the foot, and then from here as you sigh out, send your heel towards the ceiling. So you may not feel you can get as far as you would normally do if you allow your lower back to move, but actually you'll then get a much more isolated glute contraction, particularly through that glute max, which works into that hip extension movement. And this way you'll get much more power when you go through your squatting or walking upstairs, anything like that. And again, look down at that static leg. Make sure you're not diving over to one side. And if this feels really easy for you, you can add your bands around your thighs here. Last two. And on this one, we're going to hold it up there. So you've got that little bit of a hold. And then come back down, we go straight out to the side of the room. So again, really make sure that that right thigh isn't going anywhere. This way, your right leg will actually be working your stabilizer muscles around the hip and pelvis, and then your left leg is doing a little bit more power work. So you want to hopefully still be breathing through these. And we're aiming for 12 of each back to back. And again, really keep pressing into your arms so that you can maintain that upper body strength. Last one, and rest.